PECK, I feel like, is super overextended, but let's see what happens. I think we have room to run to past 14 into the 15s. That's how I'm trading this one right now. I'm not sure if we were recording earlier, but anyway, guys, welcome back. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Jan 5th, and it's a Tuesday. Woo! Okay, PECK going here. Lead gapper right now, PECK. SYN actually came back quite a bit too. Not too bad. Decent little trading here on that one. Small size I just did on PECK. Just kind of, that was my first trade on the day on PECK, or for PECK. I was trading CYTH, CHEK, and SYN so far. Overall, though, fairly slow morning, and I'm getting some disturbance as well right now. Hopefully that doesn't continue dropping frames right now. Not sure why we're dropping frames. It's a bit disappointing. There's nothing I can do about that right now. 25, we're still dropping frames. I could always restart the stream. Quick pullback there. Darn it. I really want to be focusing on trading right now. Stream issues are always the worst. We're at 30% drop frames right now. It's really high for some reason. Don't know why we're dropping so many frames here. Do a little speed test. Yep, right now the internet's slow. Nick, you're absolutely right. This is like I complain about this internet here like on a weekly basis, at least once or twice a week. So again, this is unusually bad right now. But I think it's going to be getting better for some reason. I'm not really sure. I don't have anything to justify that, but I ran a speed test, and both tests are already doing better, but the drop frames are continuing, so I'm not totally sure where the problem is there. I mean, we're getting 100 megabytes a second download speed. So the question is, where the download speed is right now, which seems to be about 3 megabytes a second, which is, YouTube requires 5, so we're dropping some frames there. So that's a little bit unfortunate at the moment. Well, oh yeah, we're instantly dropping frames again, so OBS wasn't the issue this time. It has been where that solved it, but okay, well, that's just how it is right now. All right, guys, well, that's just how it is right now. We'll have to use primarily the chat room. So that's just life. That's live streaming for you. All right, so as we have a little bit of time here, let me just go through some of the current news a little bit. So today is Tuesday. These are some of the pre-market gappers, although it's changed quite a bit. Right now we're seeing PECK and SYN actually taking center stage right now, and CHEK close behind. So right now what I want to be focused on, or just quickly review with you guys, is right now in the US, there is a lot of talks about Georgia. Right now they're voting on senators and congressmen. So this is a big question, you know, what's going to happen, who's going to get elected, because whoever does is going to be tilting the majority in Congress. So this is going to be really interesting right now if you kind of go across the board on all the different news. You will see kind of that this is one of the top stories here. NPR, the power is literally in your hands. Biden urges Georgians to vote Tuesday. And you guys can read about it. I linked all of them in the post so you guys can kind of see the primary articles that I'm usually looking at in the morning. Here we go, Georgia runoff votes to determine Senate control. You know, nothing really too major, I would say, this morning. Sometimes I like to see what else is brewing on the morning brew. Sometimes they have some really good stock picks and good stock ideas. Slack coverage and major outage. I heard about this one's from my girlfriend, actually. So it's just kind of like a nice little recap of what's been going on. I think this is a story that worth reading into. Where is it? Right here about Jeff Bezos. So we're going to open this one for later. And overall, you know, coronavirus rates aren't really, you know, reversing. So, you know, the tolls across the board are still relatively high. And even new high, it looks like here, 14,000. Actually, I didn't even notice that one on the world yet. So that's really looking pretty dark. Although new cases are dropping here a little bit. So that you know, could be good. IRS right now, look at this. IRS creates an online tool to help you check the status of your economic impact check. So it's kind of seems to be trending right now. So yeah, overall, lead gappers, it's kind of a mixed batch here on the lead gappers. I'm not totally sure which one we're going to be watching the closest out of the gates. So, you know, I'm just going to be kind of cautious, a little bit like yesterday. So far, pre-market, we're doing a bit better than yesterday. We're up $564 pre-market. And again, I don't like, I'm not loving what we're seeing. PECK was pretty nice for a bit. And then CYTH was also pretty nice down here for a little bit. Both of these I enjoy trading. But there were very small, very, very, very small windows. So we could actually talk about those very quickly here with CYTH. 5 million float, 20 million market cap, USA biotech. They had completed phase 1 trial of a coronavirus. Or actually, no, this one was not the coronavirus one. This was CERC. Sorry, very close. Positive results, always what we're looking for. Niemann-Pick disease type C. Very, very specialized. Typically, we're looking for biotechs that are a little bit not specialized in terms of larger movements in the market. So if we come to this one, you can see it had a pretty nice rally here. Then it consolidated, so pulled back, around 17-18%. And then on this move back to the upside, this is when I started getting aggressive on it. We had a nice pullback here. I think I bought this pullback. I traded this pullback right here. And I think after that, I traded this area one more time here, looking for a continuation. Very, very simple trading. Unfortunately, CYTH is not showing the trades right now. Or TD Ameritrade is not showing the trades right now. And it's also not showing our support and resistance lines. Here they come in. So what I was worried about is, there's some big resistance right around here at 6.6, 6.7. So that's kind of why I was very nervous with trading this one near the highs. And I eventually just, walked away from it. But CYTH, this was looking pretty good for quite a bit. PECK, the second ticker I was trading. Let's actually pull this one up. So USA conglomerate, 2 million float, 33 million market cap. Looks like they acquired award-winning solar company. I think it was a solar company here. Sun Energy, solar power. Yep. So that's why they're up so much today, over 100% near the highs, 135. Now kind of around VWAP. I only traded them once in this area, which I'm not sure if you guys saw or not. I started the stream in the middle of the trade, and I don't know if it caught the first part off. Usually when I start the stream, sometimes the first 1, 2, 3 minutes are not there, and you can see my trade only lasted pretty much 30, 45 seconds. So most likely this was cut off on the intro. But yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. It is what it is. Yeah, so, out of the gates, like I said before, just going to be taking it really, really simple here. I don't really see any sort of reason to get extremely aggressive. Our lead gapper right now, PECK, is pulling back. Our kind of original lead gapper here, SYN, I'm pretty nervous about SYN. Nothing's really super compelling on this one besides, that nice 20 million float, USA Biotech, without any major news. I don't know if you guys are seeing any news about this one, but feel free to write in the Discord if you guys do. Morning to everyone coming in here. So what I like about this one is that low float, but it's really, really missing a news catalyst. Let me see. If you guys have any news on SYN, feel free to post it here. Also, one last thing I want to talk about pre-market here with you guys is I just want to review our swing trades really quickly. So we entered THBR and GOEV. We entered both of these trades, and nothing new. We were talking about it yesterday afternoon, but I just want to kind of bring that to your guys' attention because we might be focused here at the market open on trying to enter a few more of them. So BFT is one of those where I have my limit order ready to go. So hopefully, maybe we'll see a little bit of a sell-off into the market open. It doesn't really look like it. But if we do, I would like to go long on BFT. Ideally, we'll crack 13.6, but I'm not sure if we're going to get that. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some sort of like double bottom in this area. So we'll just, we'll be following that one really, really closely. And then IPOC is another ticker I want to ideally get an entry on. You can see We did sell off a little bit. We're already kind of bouncing back here. The 1 hour is going to be a little bit more clear with this one because we're still in pre-market. So clearly some support coming in. But, you know, this was a big sell-off with big volume. So maybe there's a little bit more downside. Yeah, this was a pretty solid double bottom here. Not really sure if this will go any lower. I'm going to already go ahead and kind of prepare for that. Why does this not allow me to move it? It's going to go here to the 5-minute chart. Put it at 5:15. Not sure if that's going to... Yeah, okay, it moved it up. Not sure how much buying power we have left. We have $8, so that was really... there on the limit. So IPOC, if we can get an entry on this one, I'd be pretty happy. Again, right now it is kind of struggling here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did do a little bit of a sell-off into the market open. And what else was I talking about? GOEV, we entered this trade right here yesterday. Unfortunately, it's not showing those trades, but yeah, it was right here when we entered this ticker. And so far it's crawling back up, so definitely looking for this one to continue. This is where we entered, right around here. And then what was that second one we entered? We entered THBR. So THBR, if we just come here again to the 5-minute and show you guys, we entered this one at 12:57, right around somewhere in this area here. That was pre-market. So yeah, these are all the new swing trades. Yeah, so BFT, again, I don't really think it's going to go much lower. So I'm actually going to go ahead and, where was this one? What did I need to do here? I needed to move this to 5. I'm going to confirm this, and then we'll see if maybe we can move it up here to around 92 or so. Right now, it is making a pretty nice move higher. Let's see if we can take that. This is going to be really close. So that puts us down a little bit. We would have to even move this further back. Yep, and now we can move it closer. That would put us near this low here. Again, this is one of those kind of critical spots that I don't really see us going past. But now we can kind of manage the position in the morning. So I got a few alerts here, see if which way we're gonna be moving, and then ideally we'll snag this one. If it goes lower, so be it. We've been waiting for an entry here around 14. So now this is finally the time that we have that opportunity. So I would love to accumulate this one, and I don't really want to be overly focused on thinking about what I want to be doing with our swing trades right now once the market opens. So again, if we can get an entry on this one, the sooner the better in my eyes. Okay, coming back here to the unlimited account. And let's go ahead and open this one. Come back here. Yeah, QS is another one we're definitely looking for. And anyone that's new here, guys, I do apologize, or just anyone in general, anyone that's watching this, playback probably won't be so bad. But right now we are having some internet issues, so there's not a lot I can do. So everything is a little bit delayed at the moment, which is weird because my download speeds are over 100, but our upload speeds somehow are taking a hit right now. I don't know, too many Zoom meetings in the area maybe. So yeah, QS below, we've been waiting for these areas, and right now we're pulling back even lower. So yeah, anything, guys, these are critical spots we've been waiting for this ticker to go into for quite some time. So, you know, big buy opportunities coming in on QS. I think we have a little bit more funds coming available for QS pretty soon, so this could be a great entry. So there's Snow also selling off here. There we go. We are accumulating BFT. That was exactly the plan. So BFT, let me just show you guys. We're finally long on this ticker. And, you know, it could easily sell off into the market open. It could go down another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%, you know. But these are the areas we've been waiting for a really long time. So accumulating anything in these areas is exactly what we've been waiting for. So we're officially long BFT. Here you guys go. So we'll see how this one opens up. Should be quite an interesting little show here. We have huge support on this area. If we crack 13.8 or so, I do think we might run below 13.5, but I'm willing to risk about $1 a share, maybe even $2 a share, and then maybe even consider averaging down if we get that. Otherwise, you know, I do think that right now is a good opportunity. Now, would even in the next 1, 2, 3 days, I'm talking like, you know, 15% bounce or something, maybe closing the position and looking to actually end up buying back. But we'll see. We'll have to kind of play that by ear. Anyway, let's start focusing right now on the day trades. This is really where we want to be focusing on, and in the next kind of hour here. Another 3.5 minutes here for the market opens. 3.5 minutes. Let's throw up the disclaimer quickly. Let's go ahead and check the overall markets. Bitcoin just absolutely flying lately. Did have a little bit of shakier momentum, but it wasn't necessarily the biggest volume candle. I'm not necessarily too worried, but I could see a little bit longer, maybe a flag pattern playing out or something like that before we have that continuation. So BTC, I'm kind of in no FOMO mode, or I'm trying not to be, because we don't have our full size yet back on BTC. After the hack. So, you know, I do kind of feel like, oh, you know, missing out on some upside, but it is what it is. SPY, we had that big pullback that we were talking about at 365. So, I mean, these are some interesting zones here. Don't really want to see this area cracking, or we could be in for a little bit of a correction here. I don't really think the correction could be too bad, but right now most of the spikes are coming in on the sell volume, so you do want to consider that a little bit. Let's just quickly look at the other ones across the board. PECK, guys, coming back right now. Yeah, we're all at these all-time highs. All of them are pulling back just slightly. All right, guys, another 2 minutes here before the market opens. PECK, nice little rip here again. Remember, this one got big upside potential, that 2 million float. Nice quick pullback there. Got another minute and a half till the market opens. Although this would be a perfect pullback entry on PECK, you guys know that I don't trade anymore pretty much. I have the five-minute rule, 3 minutes before the market opens, and then 2 minutes kind of after the market opens. The 2 minute, anything after the market open, usually that first minute I don't trade, but the second minute I'll enter a trade. So kind of like a rough 5-minute rule. But 3 minutes before, 2 minutes after is a good rule of thumb. If there's a great setup, go for it. But especially before the market opens, that's where you can get really, really in some tight positions because of the way the NASDAQ processes orders, and your order might not be able to get filled or canceled or anything 3 minutes leading up to the market open, or 2 minutes leading up to the market open, but really 3 minutes is the grace period I put myself. All right, guys, 30 seconds here. Good luck, everyone. Stay safe. Don't do anything foolish. We got this. Okay, here we go. PECK making a perfect bull flag. Same with CHEK after this breakout. Both of which tickers I could expect rallying higher. Seven percent or so dropping. So far, PECK is selling off quite a bit here, 10% from the open. Something tells me to be extra careful on a 2 million float. This thing go pretty fast. Nice bounce there, about 5%. BFT is holding that area. PECK, really nice. Same with CHEK from yesterday. IPOC, we are officially long IPOC. So here we go. So let's hope this one rides. Right now it's at 1505. Won't be really watching these, so we're officially long them. Let's go back to PECK. 20% move out of the gates, huh? Nice, Michael. SYN. This is a tricky one. This one's really, really lacking catalyst. That's why I've been very nervous on trading this one all morning. We have traded it a little bit here, and we're down on this ticker so far. It's a very, very flushy one, which makes me kind of nervous on going about it. CHEK with a huge pullback there. Wow, PECK just really sold off there. So I think we're fully allocated here on our swing trades. So we're long IPOC, really, really nice. And we are long BFT finally on both of those. So we only have a sell order on ADT. Other than that, our swing trade is back fully allocated. All right, guys. Let's stay focused. Some decent upside here on this ticker. See if we can get a small entry on really nice move here on FUBO. After a big sell-off right now, having a little bit of a bounce. I wonder if it's going to have a little bit of continuation here out of the gates. Could be an interesting spot for this one. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about it. Unfortunately, with the stream, guys, I feel like I'm in my own world right now. I'm like living in the past, but I'm also in the present, and you guys are just seeing me in the past. Got to be careful here on PECK with these dips. Very dangerous stuff. First dip here was about 11%. Not sure if we're going to approach those areas, but I'm watching this one. Down to 11.26. CHEK is actually making a nice little bull flag here. 5-minute setup looks okay. I'm a little bit nervous the way this one has been flushing, so making me a bit nervous. Not to mention CHEK. Let's quickly go up here. They're really lacking specific news on the day, and that was a big red flag for me on this ticker. Israel Diagnostics and Research Company, 43 million flow, but I couldn't really find any company specific news. But nice move here. The first one was about 16%, healthy below pullback here. So if we can get even close to a 16% move, this one has a lot of upside here. I would be a little bit nervous with this being a failed breakout, so I'm not going to be trading this one. A lot of people watching JAGX. I've never been the biggest fan of JAGX. Primarily, it was just this really low run. Made me a little bit nervous. You know, this thing is instantly up already 10x, which makes me feel like I don't really want to be buying in these areas. But, you know, nice little breakout there at the market open. Quick pullback. Still in the upwards trend. Just a little bit flushy, but overall, I mean, good potential on it, JAGX. So, you know, if you feel comfortable trading it, go for it. PECK trying for a little bit of move here, but I'm not convinced. I think we have some downside potential on PECK. I'm just going to put a small size here to remind me about it. It's on my top screen. I just don't want to forget if we're starting to flush. CHEK is actually holding this area really well. Get a little time to fix the hair a bit. I think as much as I want to potentially go long CHEK, I just don't think I can get myself to trade that one. SYN being called out. Is this one coming back slightly? Really wild ticker, huh? Good movement on CHEK. I like the fact that it's holding this area. It may pull back, who knows? But if it does, maybe we're going to still keep running back to around 3. That will give us another 8% upside till there besides a major resistance. So for now, I do believe that CHEK kind of won me over a little bit. This was a 36% rally. So I think we still have some really good upside on CHEK. Let's see how well it can go and hold. Just be careful with PECK. It is a downtrending stock. It's below VWAP and the 90 EMA. Trading breakouts in this area right here is extremely risky on PECK right here. So just keep that in mind. CHEK coming in with a possible pullback. Last dip was quite a bit, so I would be, try to be a little bit more conservative here on this one. Good little bounce there so far, 5% or so. Very quick recovery. Wonder how well it's going to hold. $265 getting chipped away here a little bit. Long at 263. Move over 270 would be good return. Down around 14%. I did small size at first because I didn't know how much this thing could potentially pull back, so I was a little bit nervous with CHEK. We're not out of the woodwork yet. Big moves for this ticker. Anything over 70 could be a good place to take some profits off the table. Let's see if it goes for that break of 70. Here we go, 270 getting chipped away. Boom. Took some profits there. That was a 70% move, but obviously we didn't milk all of it. So, what was that? CHEK brought us up a little bit on profits with that one. Just kind of watching here. Whew. All right, now it's at 75. Not bad. We walked away with about 10 cents a share on that one. And don't forget, guys, all of my trades are always in the timestamps below the video description. Once about an hour after the stream, hour to 2 hours, I can go ahead and timestamp the whole video. Nice. This is actually a really, really healthy bounce here, trending back to the upside. Quite good move on CHEK. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to put a limit order at 266, 260. Whoops. Keyboard's not working. Hold on. I'm looking to have some lag here on my hotkeys. Possible entry on CHEK. See if it dips down further, we'll get another size. Ideally, a full size would be about 10K. I'm trading a lighter size on this ticker. I really do want to see a move past 7.8. I think we could see it. It's struggling though. It's still struggling here. Okay, selling off 6.5, second entry potential. I'm long right now, long CHEK. Kind of tricky keeping the chat room updated because, you know, I'm trying to watch the order book and it's so specific to what's going on in the order book that, you know, ideally I want to see move above 270, but now that you guys can't hear that, it's a little bit harder for me to, you know, give proper trading advice. And if I just, you know, chop out there, oops, am I out? 118.70. I don't even know if I'm out of this trade technically. Shaky, very shaky, very shaky. It's hard for me to properly commentate. Yeah, 350 getting shaken away. Yeah, I tried to close that one, missed it. $18.70, yeah, giving back some good profits on this one, which is a little bit unfortunate because we were up in the green on this one, but I just, you know, going back and forth with the chat room, and then, I don't want to blame anything on the chat room, but, you know, I just wasn't as focused as I should have been on this one. And sometimes, you know, seeing like a split second something in the order book, like boom, big orders going through, which sometimes just lasts like boom, there's 15,000 sellers. So you just see these big things in the order book, and, you know, makes me a little bit uneasy, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I want to get out of this one. And that's just really hard to do when you're not looking at the order book. So boom, you see those big orders going through. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a quick retest here, but I don't really see much going over 60. So maybe 61, 62 at best. No, this is still selling off here. 255 might get chipped away. Yeah, I'm going to close this one out. So, yeah, bigger loss on that one. But, you know, could still have some good opportunities. So CHEK, we definitely just gave back some good profits on that one. So, got to watch out, guys. All right, right now PECK is back. FEBO is quite an intense ticker. So it's officially bounced 3. You know, this thing could climb to 4 in my eyes fairly quickly because the daily chart, well, it's as nasty as it is. There is the next major point of resistance, I would argue, is 4. So, you know, if we break that 3, there's no reason we can't run to 4, so to say. So right now JAGX is struggling. I'm typing more than I am talking at this point, for better or worse. Talking to Wild Boys right now. Unfortunately, he gave back some profits on the on that flush of which one was that? Just came out. It just left my head for a second. I don't think it was SYN. I think it was the PECK. Yeah, PECK. It was nasty. Where are my tickers at? TOS is taking forever to load. My watch list is all sorts of messed up. FUTU, look at this one. Not to be mixed up with FUTO or FUBO. Sorry about that. See, I got mixed up. $10.16, really not seeing anything I like. Trading PCK right now. I don't know, it's like the definition of playing with fire, just FOMO or trading chop. I don't know, it's just not really something I'd want to be trading. Oh, it's so unfortunate we're having internet issues today. I would have loved to have today a little bit more live. Well, I love every day that's, you know, a bit more, you know, not internet issues, but you know, we had some good opportunity trading today. It wasn't great opportunity, but once the market opened, like a few things kind of, you know, aligned themselves, and I was like, all right, here we go. It would have been nice to, you know, commentate a little bit more thorough and not have to type so much in the chat room. I think those two, just the combination of the two, could have changed the day a bit. So yeah, I think if we're all gonna be honest here, looking at JAGX is really the most interesting right now. I'm just so nervous that this thing's making a bit of a flat top right now, bull flag, and it's just gonna have that nasty flush at one point. So I'm not really sure how I want to go about trading this one. If anyone's watching this on playback at this point, it's probably like, what is going on right now? Why is Alex not talking? Sorry, I feel like I am talking to you guys right now. I'm just talking in the chat room and I'm reading the chat, and this is a bit of a disaster right now. So we'll probably wrap up this stream early here. Whoa, SYN guys. It's kind of a scary mover. I'd be really watch out of this 1-3 zone. Could see a possible move above that area. Remember, this catalyst doesn't really have any news. 20 million float, US biotech. I don't know. It's not my favorite ticker, that's for sure. 25% rally. Big resistance here. This ticker always ends up flushing near these kind of spots, and even got halted. So, now how much do you really want to trade this one? Nasty past moves though on SYN. Be careful. Let's see, just gotta update the chat room. Let's see. So typically, I'd want to buy this at like, I don't know, 123. And then look for, it'll be a pullback, and then look for a move back above 1.3, right? Oof, SYN, there it is. That's exactly what I was nervous about. Exactly. Michael's talking so much about a riot. I guess I have to look at this ticker right now. It's crazy how much he's been trading at 700%. Yeah, I mean, Riot's a crazy ticker. It's just such a slow mover. In my eyes, it's a slow mover because this is like all market open, and you know it's only up 10%. That's nothing. So I don't know. Not really so interesting in my eyes. You know, maybe swing trading it, but I don't know. I don't know if I would do anything else besides swing trading it. And I wouldn't swing trade it now. At crypto is kind of hitting like this 32,000 resistance zone, 33,000 resistance zone. So I don't know. It's just not a ticker for me. JAGX. It looks like this kind of 2.5 zone really spot worth noticing. Right now we dip right back to it, so I don't know. Really not a big fan of how this one's performing right now. Might be done trading for me. A little unfortunate. SYN, look at that. Had a quick little pop there. I was really thinking about maybe trading this one. But then I was like, maybe I want to really trade SYN because I'm at almost $1,000 on the day. Is that why I want to trade SYN? Could be. If I was trading SYN and I saw this candle with this volume, I probably would have tried to trade this breakout. I don't know if I would have got chopped out, probably, but I probably would have tried to trade that one. That looks like a good opportunity. Skills being called out in the chat room. SKYLZ. Skills.com. What is that? DraftKings skills. I don't think I know this one. DraftKings skills SPAC team launch 1.5 billion spinning eagle. I don't know that part. I'm gonna check it out. I'll just add this one, skills. Oh, definitely something worth, I think, following up on. I think right now the market's getting a little bit dry here, so might wrap it up. But UTU, PECK, SYN, man, that is a tempting ticker to trade, but I don't think I can trade it anymore. That one's off the list. People going crazy on RIOT. Can this ticker hit some more significant zones today? Yeah, this is a pretty solid move. So we had about a 10% move, then we pulled back here about 4%. Now we're getting into that 6% move. 5 minutes totally overextended, so I'd be very careful in the 5 minute. This thing doesn't pull back too hard, about 2% here and there. So you just have to watch out with your size. I would probably do about 3. This is a slower mover, so you'd actually want to use bigger size on it, right? CYTH trying to USA Biotech 5 million float, came out with a catalyst today. CYTH is a little bit flushy. Oh, that's really nice, John. Appreciate that, man. John says, thank you, Alex. You make things simple and easier to understand. Definitely a fun little, very nice compliment there. A lot of these tickers are tempting to trade, but they're kind of like in this lower momentum area at highs, right? That's usually a red flag. So I'm definitely, not crazy aggressive, primarily because of that alone, right? There goes RIOT. Looks like it could really break this last area. ROIT is not even on my list. We had that high here at roughly 1733, and it looks like we're breaking it slightly. It's hard to say. There's no actual stamp on here on highs, so that's a bit weird. JAGX is trying to come back, believe it or not. Really impressive. I was not expecting this one to bounce back so strong after its pretty much annihilation. PECK looking, I'd be so scared to trade that one. SYN, yeah, so this one didn't hold. No surprise that this one did not hold. Absolutely zero surprise there. Yeah, CYTH. It's just choppy right now, low volume chop. That's really what we're dealing with at the current moment. PECK. JAGX is actually quite tempting for this little pullback here. We are above VWAP, and technically this is a decent entry. This ticker's just, after a flush, usually my appetite for these kind of setups is quite light. 5 minute is a pretty risky setup as well. It could easily, flush back, and then, you're getting back quite a bit of profits. Wow, CYTH actually had a breakout here. New minute about to start. Could be a quick pullback trade. Anything under 39. Quite impressive. Put 100 share, 500 shares there. So nice breakout overall. 13% move on the last one. Big pullback. kind of making similar areas. I wouldn't get too aggressive on this one. Yep. Riot is actually setting up a 5-minute kind of pattern here. But my problem with Riot is it's totally on the backside. Or not on the backside. It's there's a big engulfing candle here, and it looks like there's heavy resistance at 17.5, and I don't know, it's not looking too healthy in that area. Someone's saying JAGX is back in the game. Constantine is. Didn't see the name at first, but I'm not sure if I'm fully on board with that. I think CYTH is really the one that we might get one little pop on, but try to get that pullback just now. Maybe we'll have one more opportunity on this one. 5-minute setup could be great. That's what I'm liking about it the most. Also, it's a bit of a quick mover here, so you have that opportunity sometimes to get away with a decent little trade on this one fairly quick. Oh, I got shaken out there on accident. Try to sell in the 70s, but for some reason, again, my buy order is sticking. So I come down here to 6 and I click Control D. That time it went away right away, but it's been sticking lately. So let's see if we can get this. My goal is that break of 6.7. We're getting good volume on here. Trying to break 6.7. That was a bit of a fumble on my end. Let's see how this area holds. It's also a very small trade I just took, I realized. I was like, something also didn't feel right about that. The general size of that trade was tiny. I would rather trade this one in anticipation of the breakout at 6.7 than actually trade the breakout at 6.7. So that's kind of how I probably will go about this one. If you know, lands us an opportunity. There's the size on that one. So yeah, there's the pullback. All right, well, I'm flailing here, to be honest. Although this is a good setup, I think we have that break of 6-7. This was the shakeout before the rally, in my eyes. I just don't know why I was so flaily just now. I mean, I should have been accumulating on that extra pullback at 36, and then after it popped back up, and I'm like, why didn't I do that? That's actually what I was waiting for. I realized I just can't keep trading right now because all my focus was probably on that 1K limit, which is always not where I want to be. Yeah, CYTH pulling back again. I said good news, 1K profits, bad news. Okay, so there it is. I said good news, over 1K profits. Bad news, I got scalpy on my last two trades to do it. I feel shame. Yeah, these two trades were a little bit scalpy because of the effects that I wanted to have a day over 1,000, which is so ridiculous. And I always advise that is the most worthless goal ever. I was cautious though. You guys saw me. I didn't trade for like 30 minutes after I hit like $970 because I was like, I don't see anything I like. And then eventually, you know, CYTH, I did see something I like. I was waiting here. I was like, okay, pulling back. I don't know. I don't really trust it. But with these two big volume candles, I waited. I didn't buy this pullback. That would have been the ticket. And then I started buying on the break back to the upside here on this one. I got shaken out because I was too nervous. And then I was like, okay, well, this could be a bigger, setup here, bigger flag pattern. I'm going to buy in anticipation of a breakout. So I bought, but then that didn't really happen. I didn't buy here because I was too nervous. And then eventually we had a crack, and I thought, okay, sometimes you have one of these cracks before you actually end up seeing a big rally back to the upside. So something like, a little price action move to the downside before it really starts rallying again, shake out weak hands. So I was thinking, okay, that could be what we're seeing here. So I'm going to buy this dip and then look for that, crack back to the upside. But I noticed I wasn't trading properly, and even my head during the trade, I was like, who knows? We could be over $1,000 right now. And the second I had that thought, I pretty much closed my trade because I was like, this is never where you want to be in your brain when you're trading. You don't want to be trading P&L. You want to be trading price action. Ultimately, I think I did trade this quite well, but I did notice I got extremely flimsy because my mind wasn't super level-headed. So pretty crazy though. Our first $1,000 profits on this small caps trading account was a week ago. On Thursday, so less than a week ago, and now for the first time or a second time, boom, we got it again. So I think also the $1,000 barrier at one, because we took like 6 months or so to hit it, was like a huge mental barrier, right? So now that I don't know, maybe in the past I was always thinking about it too much, and so now it's a little bit more level-headed. I don't know. One sec. Let me just... All right, so let's just quickly review some of these other tickers. We'll just start with the losers, SYN. This one, I actually made $200 on this one pre-market, and then I ended up giving back a lot of the profits. I don't like SYN that much. It was a ticker to me that was a little bit dead. Didn't have the, here it is, 20 million float, no news. I don't know. I wasn't super stoked about it, US Biotech. Yeah, look at these sell-offs. It did have a really nice open. Like, I can't deny that. I mean, this thing broke out. 15%, had a healthy pullback, barely actually, so a very strong pullback and kept on ripping up. If I just traded this one into the market open, we could have made, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 and I would have been done, right? I tried to trade this one, where was it? I think it was around 8 or so. I think I tried to trade one of these pullbacks and then I got, skunked on the second pullback or something like that. So I made like 200 and then I gave back 200. And then I was like, ugh. Yeah, not fun. CHEK, if we just go here to the record, USA Biotech 5 million float, catalyst today, if you check out the daily chart, I never really like these stocks that just freshly came out of the sub-dollar territory. I'm usually pretty hesitant about this one. I did do one really quick, nice trade on CHEK right here. I think that might have even been it. We broke the $2 and then I ended up accumulating right below that. It was this one actually. This was really the prize. And then I sold right away. I didn't hold as long as I should, but that was really the winner for me on CHEK. I missed this, bull flag breakout. I was too pessimistic on that one. PECK was, the one pre-market that was, really, really hot. I didn't trade it afterwards. I just couldn't trust it. I wanted to trade this dip here, but I don't know. I couldn't do it. I was waiting for maybe another red candle to slow down and shift the momentum. Then I would have traded it, but I was scared this was going to get halted, and then who knows what happens. It rarely happens, but that's how conservative I am sometimes. So yeah, it is what it is. PECK, really the winner on PECK was the fact that it had news, had a 2 million float, US company. I mean, everything was rooting for it. And then, it, just very quickly in the morning, it shot up so much. And then I was trading this activity here. And then I pretty much stopped trading it in this area once the stream was live because we had, stream issues and whatnot. So that was a little bit annoying. What else did we trade? We traded a lot of stuff today. JAGX. I didn't even take notes on this one. This is not a ticker I really wanted to trade. Again, kind of coming from these sub-dollar territories. It's like a 15x winner at the moment. And I don't know, I didn't really like it too much. But once it broke this key spot at 2.5, I started getting aggressive on it. There was good opportunities. So we made some good money on JAGX. And once it was consolidating in this area, I thought, this is kind of sketchy. I don't want to trade this one anymore. So I walked away. CYTH. What do we have on this one? I don't think it's showing all the trades. It's definitely not showing all the trades. So CYTH was actually really good. This one, into the market open, we had some fun action here. Really nice action too. I could have got way more aggressive on it. Pre-market, we had some good and then, as we were kind of coming back up here, really good trading opportunities. It just became kind of shaky at one point. So CYTH was it was definitely a tricky, yeah, it was a tricky one to trade. I thought I was just looking at a different ticker, CHEK, for a second. These two tickers have been confusing me too so much all day. What I was saying here pre-market is, they have good positive data, but it's just not something that as many people know, so sometimes those don't trade as hard. 5 million flow, 20 million market cap. I mean, everything was looking good on this ticker, but it was priced in pretty quickly. Not to mention on the daily chart, this is something I really didn't like about this ticker. We had pretty much had like a guaranteed stop here. And the reason for that is, you can see we had a big breakout here, pulled back, and we had the bounce and the retest in this area. And that's pretty much what happened again. We found a bottom, pulled back, and then we retested this area. So I was like, I really don't want to be getting too aggressive here in these zones. So that's probably also like subconsciously what I was thinking because we were talking about that quite a bit earlier. But pre-market, we were talking about it primarily, and this is where I made most of my money on CHEK, and around 6.5 we knew that this was kind of a high, so we kind of had a double top here or a failed double top breakout, and then look, the rest is history. I mean, this thing's selling off. So once one of those defined price targets gets put in, then this is now we're going to start testing the lows, and that's exactly what happened on that ticker. So yeah, guys, again, sorry for the issues we had today on the stream. There's really nothing I can do about that. It sucks, I know. Tomorrow I hope it's going to be better. I'll restart all the routers. I'll call the cable and complain. But yeah, like I said, there's just sometimes not a lot I can do about it. That's live trading for you. Sometimes you're out of luck, and today unfortunately the internet wasn't with us, but the profits were, and that's pretty nice on both accounts. So everything's looking good overall. Good start to the year for sure. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for me. So stay safe, take care, make some awesome trades. I'll quickly answer the rest of the chats, and if you're watching this on playback, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, let's see what's here. Just saw you got shaken out of JAGX. Dang. Feels like ages ago. Let's see. I feel stupid during the second move when I was already up 500. So he needs to have gotten smoother. Seems to have gotten smoother. Let's see, did you end up trading QS at Jack? No, not long QS yet, but I want to be soon. Totally agree. Let's see. Genesis saying, totally agree. Alex speaks in a calm way. Oh, that's really nice, Genesis. Thanks, man. Which is so easy to understand. Super chill. Trader TV live makes me feel like I'm trying to trade after drinking 5 Red Bulls. Too intense for me sometimes. That's freaking hilarious. I gotta write GEN.